My name is Brandon Bishop, and just like you, I love food. It has always been my dream to travel this nation and abroad, discovering the very best each city has to offer. And that's exactly what I do. So with the magical snap of my fingers, I'm going to go there, eat that. Now, one of the first things that I ever did when I joined the Army and came to Lawton, Oklahoma, was go on the outskirts of Oklahoma to the Medicine Park area out here in the Wichita Mountains. Now, I'm from Colorado, and I kind of giggle when they call them the mountains because it's really just a bunch of hills. But in the middle of those hills is one of the best burgers you're ever going to have in your life. I mean, honestly, there are some nervous cows right down that street over there. They're right down there, and then the cows, you know what happens to them. And then they end up here at the Mears store and restaurant here in Medicine Park. I love this place. I love this place because it looks like a rundown, old, beat up, rustic mountain thing, and it's been here for a very long time. We're gonna learn the whole story about it, but I'm more excited about the food. Come on, come on! This one is being crossed off the bucket list for Go There Eat That. I've been wanting to film here since we've had a thing to film. Mears Burger is just one of those places that when you're in that southern Oklahoma or in Oklahoma period, or maybe in the United States period, possibly planet Earth, you just come here. And now we're here. You know, if they serve drinks in a mason jar, you're gonna have some good food. So they don't have menus, so to speak. I mean, they have menus, but it's actually a newsletter. And it's the new Mount Sheridan Minor newsletter. And within this newsletter is everything that Mears offers for your faces. But I know what I want already. It's one of those places where I don't have to do the, can I get a recommendation, please? No, I don't have to do that stuff. I've been eating here for about 20 years. I know what I want. And it's a burger about the size of my freaking head. And again, maybe we'll try some other stuff too. Joe!
Yes, sir.
I am so honored to meet you.
Good to
I've
meet
been coming here since the day I joined the Army.
Oh my goodness.
Well, not the day I joined the Army. There was basic training and all that stuff.
I understand that.
They wouldn't let me sneak off to Mears.
Oh, no, they wouldn't.
But as soon as I was allowed to partake in civilization again,
yes,
first place I came here was Mears Burger.
Fantastic.
And I'm so honored to be back and to finally meet you as well, because you're a legend around here.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, I'm telling you, you're a legend around here. There's
okay,
no doubt.
Well, if whatever you say is all right with me, that's fine. Keep on.
So how did you come into this place? I'm sure you weren't here from the beginning.
Oh, no.
How long has it been here?
No, I was working in the oil fields up here around Godebo, Oklahoma, back in the 50s. And when we got a little time off, we come to Mears. See?
Oh, so you were a fan of the place before you took the place?
Yeah. Well, in 1961, when I moved from Texas to Oklahoma, one of the first things we did was come out to Mears, and I met the owner then. He was his last name was Myers, and I knew his wife better than him. You know me, I always attracted to the girls. That was Gladys.
And of course, they were attracted to you as well.
Well,
sir, right?
sure. And so I said, if you ever decide to sell this place, I'd like the chance to buy it. That was in '61. Well, because it reminded me of my daddy's old store in East Texas. He had a store that he opened up in 1916, see, and he retired in 1960. And during all that period of time, there was an old building. You know, he built the building to start with in 1960, but by 1960, it was old and worn out, you know. And so, but anyway, he did very well in that period of time. And so I thought, well, you know, this kind of reminds me of that. He was on the outskirts of town, on what we used to say in East Texas was on Plum Nelly Street, Plum out in the city and Nelly in the country, you see. And he was out there. And so this is kind of the same way. It's like this is out in the middle of nowhere. See? Well, I like that idea. And so, of course, the building was a lot better shaped than it is now.
But that's the the thing that people come here
This
for.
is true. And
If this place was nice and sparkling and you put a new coat of paint on the wall, I don't think I'd want to come here anymore.
No.
When was the place actually constructed? I mean, where was the first Mears store, and was it always a burger place?
No, we don't know when the actual burger started. We got a pretty good idea.
Ooh, a mystery.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. It was built originally in the wildlife refuge.
Okay.
And when they where that parallel forest is,
Yeah.
that was the
Really?
that was the Mears town site. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then the president, I don't remember who he was, but he was before President Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, ordered everyone out of the refuge, and that there could be no permanent structures. You could go in there and mine or do whatever you wanted to, but you couldn't build anything. So they dismantled the old building and brought it up here.
I know when I come here, I get one of these menus. I don't even look at it half the time because I just get the big burger. Give me it's the Pioneer Burger, right?
Well, whatever you want to call it.
It used to be called the Pioneer Burger, or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Just give me the burger. That's all I say. But I'd like to at least showcase something else that's
well, we
out
call
here.
our biggest burger Seismic Burger.
Oh, the seismic burger.
Yeah, because of the earthquake and Mears Fault. That's what we call the biggest burger.
And because what happens afterwards after a couple hours.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
I didn't say that. I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to follow your lead. Definitely some burgers and.
Well, I tell you what, for an old guy like me, when you get 86 years old, I can't eat.
You're 86.
Yeah. I'm pushing the hell out of 87. Oh, I want one of the mini burgers, little bitty, everything on it. I even want bacon and jalapeno peppers and cheese. Okay.
You have fried green tomatoes too, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the okra was amazing.
Oh, we got okra. But better thing is to order okra.
This place is about as American as it gets.
That's exactly right.
Rustic, American, badass, country, just
right.
there it is.
That's right.
Nice. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to start putting this directly into my face, bite after bite.
Okay.
And I need you to run as fast as you can and put that order in. I mean,
Yes,
hoof it
I can
like
do
as
that.
fast as you can.
Okay, now let's see. Let's see.
Where are we, Joe? Where are we?
Oh, we're back in there.
Oh, no!
There it is.
Oh!
Yes, what about that, huh?
What about that? Can I get in there and spend a week?
Oh, no, see, there's some ribs there and there's some brisket.
Oh, my gosh.
What about that?
What about that? I want that in my home.
That's it.
And you to make it.
Oh, I don't know. Well, anyway,
I could smell it as we got closer to it, but when you opened that door, it was like, whoosh.
and that's true.
You know, like in cartoons when they have that little vapor that they follow.
Yeah.
That's coming from there.
That's it. Oh well, we got a lot of good stuff back here.
Oh, this is the grinder.
Yeah. Well, I got two of these. There's another one back there in the corner. This is fast, but this is the big one.
Well, that can do some damage.
Yes, it can.
So you just put a whole cow in here, it's still moving and shaking, and it comes out this little guy here.
Just shove it in there. And you've got this thing here to keep your hand out. If you've ever got your hand out,
You know what the worst part of that is? Somebody did that, and that's why they had to make this. Somebody's hand got stuck in there.
Yes, that's what happened.
Oh, that's
somewhere
menacing
down the line, and you got all this safety crap on there. And they call this one, got a good name for it, Butcher Boy.
Butcher Boy, nice. Oh, look at this. It's a conga line of deliciousness.
Yes, it is.
Oh, look at okra
I hope y'all enjoy
fries.
this.
Oh, we will.
This is a mini,
Oh, this is for your grandson. Oh, is this yours? Oh.
and then we have a seismic with No relish, no jalapenos, no lettuce, and dry.
I'm just gonna say plop it all on the table and we'll figure it out.
You got it. And then this seismic has everything.
That would be for the camera guy. Yes, we feed our camera people.
And the barbecue.
Oh no, this is a sampler.
Yeah.
That's not a sampler.
Sauce on the side.
A sampler is like a little bite of everything. This is a full-on buffet.
We'll need a side of beans. And
There's more?
Dinner rolls.
Okay.
They're talking about bringing more food, but this is insanity. Well, this proves anything that there's a burger at Mears for everybody.
That's right.
For me, and for somebody who's not as hungry as me all the time.
That's right. Got a little
Can I give you a
burger.
cheers on this, sir?
Pardon?
Can I give you a cheers on this?
Oh, sure.
Cheers, burger.
Cheers.
Cheers,
There you go.
Mears.
There you go.
Awesome. This excites me.
Oh boy, I like this. This is my way to eat.
He's right. It's not greasy. Packed full of flavor.
There you are.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
And it's the kind of flavor that just doesn't end after one bite. You can take one single bite of this, and you're gonna keep getting hit in the mouth, in the back of the mouth, minute after minute. It's so good. So good. I don't have a feeling that this is just gonna fall off the bone.
Just about.
Watch this. Oh, don't get away from me. A little bit of sauce. Oh, wow. And these are straight from your smoker back there.
That's right.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's just flakes right off like butter. Look at that. When you got a clean bone in your hand with no meat or anything attached to it, you're eating at a place that knows how to make ribs. There it is. Right. You got utensils here, but I'm not using them. I'm just grabbing and grabbing. I'm gonna grab some brisket now.
Well, God gave you two utensils, you know.
Look at this. And this little burnt spots are my. I'm just gonna eat.
Yeah,
go for
barbecue
that.
pig, we call that bark.
Bark.
Yeah, the bark, like bark on a tree, you know.
Oh man. Oh, am I supposed to talk while I'm doing this? No. You can just sit there and watch me eat. You know what you're getting into. Still watching? I bet you are. Okay, one thing that you will definitely do at Mears is leave stuffed. And just when you think it's over, just when you think you've taken your last bite, they bring something like this to the table. This is the peach cobbler with...
Homemade ice cream.
That's not homemade ice cream, that is a mountain of homemade ice
Well,
cream.
mountain of homemade. Good, that's right.
There's just no way. Hey, do you guys want some ice cream? Come on, take a bite. I know you're not supposed to take ice cream from strangers, but my name's Brandon. I'm 43 years old. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Come over here, boy, grab a spoon. Oh, we share in this, but we're here for war.
Here you go, right
There's
here.
cobbler underneath all this ice cream. Dig it in there, dig it in there. Make a big mess, it's fine.
That good?
Tell your parents and your brother to come over here too, there's plenty. Oh my God. So just like a 300-yard stroll down this little dirt road, we're at Joe's house. And we're gonna see what he calls his pets. Some of these cows. Now I kind of feel bad right now because I just ate like half of their family at Mears Restaurant, but we're gonna kind of see where all the magic begins. These guys are Longhorns and they're just hanging out. They're awesome cows and we're gonna do pictures of them and interview them. I'm gonna interview a cow. I hope he doesn't smell my breath right now. So we're at your house. And you got cows in your backyard.
Yeah.
Some awesome cows. What kind of cows are these? How old are they? And when is it?
Well, these are yearling Longhorn steers, and I got 11 of them right here, and they're just wonderful cattle. Easy to handle. They're friendly, and you can make pets out of them if you want to. Play with them when they're small. When they get big, they still want to play, and they can hurt you. So you have to be careful because they'll get up, weigh about 2,000 pounds, and here you are messing with them, and they can just turn their head and kick you all the way to Caldwell County, you know.
One good thing about it, and one thing you can say about mirrors is it's humane.
Well, it's true.
These are happy cows.
Well, sure they are. All of my cows are happy. They really are. And also, they're very productive. They keep my grass mowed.
You don't have to fire that thing up at all.
No, just turn the cows loose. And they'll just graze around the house. The problem with them, if you get real friendly with them, one day you'll hear this noise at the door, and you open the door, and there's a damn cow wanting to come in, you know. You can't
Something tells me at some point in your life you've had a baby cow at the foot of your bed at night.
Oh, no. I never let them, no, but I mean, well, I'll tell you a funny story that was really happened. One day, the weather had been bad, and my wife looks out, and it's been raining and everything, and she couldn't find the cows. So she calls my boy, he lives out west of Cache, and says, hey, the cows are gone. So everybody come on point and took off looking for cows. And me too. I'm driving all around, I can't find the cows. I go up and down the road, I can't find them. And guess where I found them? When I come back, they were all underneath the deck on the house, staying out of the weather. Every one of them. And I said,
cows are smart.
Yeah. And I said, well, they're smarter than you, Margie. You didn't even know they said them. She says, I never thought they would go under there.
You don't want love, you just want food. You just want food. You don't want no love. You don't want no love. I'll kiss you back. I will. I'll kiss a cow.
He'll do it.
I will do it. So, what an adventure, what an honor, what a freaking meal. But you know how this show goes. We're not done yet. I'm gonna hang out here in Lawton. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I have a lot of roots here. I was in the military here. I was a wrestler here. I was a musician here. I've eaten a lot of burgers here. So I'm gonna stick around in Lawton, say hi to a couple more friends, and there's one more place, believe it or not, it's burgers. So I'm not gonna compare the two by any means because there is no comparison. They're completely different. But let's stop at one more place. Yeah. Okay, now on my way to my next destination, I just happen to be going by this building. Now, what is this building? You're looking at it going, what is it? Maybe a thrift shop? I have no idea what it is because this place has been closed for 13 years. But before that, it was responsible for you watching this right now. To be honest with you, in the back of this used to be called the Diamondback Saloon. Behind it was the Asylum Concert Club that I created. I'm pretty sure my handprints are still all over the walls in there. Now, how does that pertain to you? Well, the Asylum Concert Club was my baby. We booked some of the biggest bands, a lot of local bands and everything, had a hell of a good time doing it. And then we started a pro wrestling organization called Asylum Championship Wrestling. Now, that promotion, we left here. We went down to Texas for a few years. Then we went to Colorado. Then we started doing little TV shows on the side with featuring the wrestlers, and we called it the Asylum Network. And then we stopped doing the wrestling and focused on the TV shows, like this one. And now you're watching it. So this building is responsible for what I'm saying to you and for you hearing what I'm saying to you right now. Anyways, I'm glad there's something going on in this building, and let's go check it out. So there's still like a lot of Asylum Concert Club left in this place. Here's an old flyer. That was my little guy named Gary. And we did radio ads like, oh God, it's Gabby. It's Gary the Inmate. Here's the top of my old band sticker, One-Eyed Buffalo. This is my forehead right there. Do you see this? Do you see this? That is my forehead right there. I had bad hair in those days. One-Eyed Buffalo was my band. We played here all the time. But here's some of the awesome bands that played there. Lure. Still friends with most of these guys. Odd Kick, still friends with most of those guys. Mad Laugh, they were awesome. Fear the Clown, they were awesome. I tell you what, man, for a small little corner of Oklahoma, we really brought the rock. This is my office when I was running the Asylum Concert Club. Doesn't look too much like an office anymore. Not in the least does it look like an office anymore, but this is where I would book all the bands. Everyone like Quiet Riot and Rat and Dokken and American Head Charge and Boy Hits Car and all these awesome, like, either legendary bands. Roddy Krieger played here, David Allan Coe. I mean, you name it. If they had to stop, if they wanted to stop between Dallas and Oklahoma City, the Asylum Concert Club was that stop. And they played here, and it was, man, it was a small town city, but we brought in some big time fun here. So that was a fun little trip down memory lane here in Lawton, Oklahoma. You know, my roots here are deep. I mean, I was in the military here at Fort Sill for years and years and years. I had a band, One Eyed Buffalo, who me and Dave are still together writing songs. We may even write a new song later. Pro wrestling, I started as a pro wrestler here in Lawton, Oklahoma, and I'm still a pro wrestler here, which you may get a piece of a little bit later as well, in IZW and Impact Zone Wrestling. But there's also food that I miss. I missed Mears. I loved Mears. I really miss this other place too, quite a bit. So let's go there and eat that. I said the title of the show in the show. We're across town at Wayne's Drive-In. This is a place that has contributed to a lot of, and it's not a knock on Wayne's. You know what you're getting into when you eat here. This place is about the burgers, it's about the deep fried stuff, and we just came from Mears and we stuffed ourselves with so much of similar stuff, but this is completely different. This is the stuff, the old school 1950s is I think when this place was invented over there in the other location, and this is the new location, but we're gonna talk about both of them. But this is like you pull up, right, and then they put the little thing on the window and you get the burger and you order the milkshakes and everything. This is also a nice slice of Americana that's right here in Lawton, Oklahoma. I want to order something. I hope they let me do it even though I'm not in a car. We're definitely going to go, even though we just had a Mears cheeseburger, we're going to go on the other end of this cheeseburger spectrum and get one here from Wayne's. A sissy burger. No, that's not us. I think we're going to go straight up cheeseburger. The steak fingers. The steak fingers. They're like chicken fingers, but no chickens. Steaks. And those things are wonderful. They have pizzas and coney dogs and all kinds of stuff. I might even just tell them to surprise me. And I remember the milkshakes and the malts that they have here are second to none. They're fantastic, and I do have a sweet tooth. I've been eating salty stuff all day. Okay, I'm gonna hit the magic button. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. Did I hit the right button? I don't know what I'm doing. There should be an... Oh, hey.
Mr. Wayne's, how can I help you?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well. Yourself?
I did not pull up in a car. Is this a problem?
No, that's no problem at all.
Okay. I don't want to set a precedence for other people that may be on looking.
No big deal.
Can I get the world famous cheeseburger from Wayne's? And I'm going to go double because I am rather large.
That'll work. Anything else for you today?
Yes.
Got some homemade onion rings.
Hey, you're talking me into stuff. Let's do it. And I definitely want the steak fingers.
That sounds like another homemade specialty.
It is, and it's something that I haven't had in a little while and I've been missing dearly. So please throw those at me as hard as you can. And can I get a milkshake? What's your favorite flavor, sir?
You know, one thing that we have that a lot of places don't is the peanut butter milkshake.
Peanut butter milkshake. Here it is. Oh, he's doing it through the speaker. My arm is twisting right now. Oh, good. Oh, okay. That sounds amazing. And I think we're
good. Anything else today?
No, I think that's quite enough, especially after what we've gone through today. But we're very excited, and thank you, sir. And we're just going to sit here on the floor instead of because we don't have a car.
Just come on inside. We'll take care of you.
Oh, even better. Awesome. Let's go inside. Joe, you're the second Joe I've met today that has given me a delicious, wonderful cheeseburger. Why can't every day be like this?
Well, it can be if you live in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Apparently. Who knew that Lawton, Oklahoma was the burger capital of the universe, apparently?
I understand.
Because I remember this burger. This burger may not remember me, but I remember this burger.
Well, that's awesome.
And it's fantastic. I'm so glad to be back. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
You don't mind if I eat this, do you?
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to ask you a question. while you're answering it, I'm gonna eat this.
Okay, that sounds good.
They'll all be listening to every word you say. Me, I'm gonna be in like some kind of a bliss state, like. They'll be like, oh, what's going on?
That sounds good.
Okay, here we go. So, 1950 is when you guys started.
Yes, sir.
At the other location, not here.
Well, actually, that wasn't even started in 1950. We were actually at another location before that.
Oh, okay.
So, in 1950, my grandfather, Wayne Absher, who obviously started Wayne's, was the one who started it, and that building was built in 1957.
Okay. See, I always thought the other one was the original one.
Well,
Here's some clips from the other one, which looks a lot like this one, just a little bit more weathered. Is that the right word? I don't want to say anything bad about
this
it.
was only 11 years ago, so there's a difference when something was built almost 50 years ago and something was built 11 years ago, so it makes a big difference.
So, okay, here's the question, because I got to do this.
Sounds good.
Here's the question. Tell me all about Wayne's Drive-In, where it started, talk about your grandpa, and I'm going to go ahead.
So my grandfather Wayne started a burger joint in Arvin, California, and he realized that he wanted to come back home, so he moved back to Lawton, opened Wayne's Drive-In in a little trailer, almost like a boxcar type restaurant with only counter service. And at one point, it got so busy that people were waiting in line, and he decided that he would just start serving them in their cars, and that's how the drive-in was born in I'm not exactly sure what year it was that he started serving them in the cars, but that was when it started. So I caught you with your mouth. I caught you with your mouth full.
Did you say something? Okay, this was one of those places that you see in like those like American Graffiti, like 50s movies.
Absolutely.
Where they pull up those old 50s Cadillacs and
we still have those pull up today. We still have them. They're a lot less frequent, but we still have them pull up every now and then.
But the Wayne's was probably the hot spot.
Absolutely. It was
part of people would go on dates.
It was part of the cruise. It was part of the cruise, and we hear many times of folks telling us that they met their significant other here while they were at Wayne's on the cruise.
Well, that's a pretty cheap date to take her back to. That's a great
Absolutely.
idea, actually.
Absolutely.
You go get a burger and all this other stuff we got for about
I can't say I haven't done it.
Let me detach myself from the burger for a second. And under this delicious piece of Texas toast here, or Oklahoma toast?
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. I know the rivalry exists. I'm from Detroit, so I kind of stay out of it, you know?
I understand.
What is this?
That's our homemade steak finger. So that's a
battered this yourself.
So we get a piece of ground chuck and we cut it to fit that shape. We have molds that it fits that shape, and then we bread it, batter it, and do everything absolutely homemade. And that's our homemade steak sauce that we make homemade as well.
You gotta tell me the secret, aren't you?
I can't.
Oh, come on.
Sworn to secrecy.
Is your grandpa still kicking?
No, he's not. He passed in 2001.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But he's not here to yell at you anymore. You can give me the...
But I still have my dad and my uncle who are involved who might have something to say about that.
All right, and they probably will watch this. I don't want to cause any family feuds or anything. This was why I kept coming back to Wayne.
That's a staple. That's something we've been doing for a long time, and you can't get that anywhere else. You know, it's something a little bit different.
You can. And usually, when you put that much breading on something, it kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
But the breading is as good as the steak inside.
Well, good.
And the sauce is amazing as well. Oh, man. Yeah.
I challenge you to try to drink it through the straw.
You challenged me to do This is something I've not had here. You kind of did a recommendation, a peanut butter milkshake.
That's something that you can't get a lot of other places, and it's one of my favorites.
Now on your milkshake machine it says milkshakes are made thick.
Absolutely.
It's like an order.
Yeah,
it's not a suggestion.
Absolutely.
It's not just a description. No, it's like these milkshakes will be made thick or you won't work here anymore. That's
Oh, he got it. He got it.
There's a really inappropriate joke right there, but we're not going to go there, are we, Joe?
Absolutely not.
Oh, boy. That peanut butter takes over your mouth.
Absolutely.
Oh, jeez. Okay, tell me something else real quick.
So this location was opened in June of 2006. This June will be open for 11 years, and it's just something that we do. When I moved back from Alabama, I opened this location with the family, and it's been great.
Oh, what? No, this is awesome.
That's good.
I'm gonna give you a high five, sir. I want to hug you, but I just met you, so he's like, no, it's all right. High five is
Either
fine,
way.
9-pound baby burger boy at this point. And no, you're not gonna have to watch that at the end of the episode or anything. It's not gonna be a bonus feature by any means. I was doing so good on my diet, and then season 2, that's great. Anyways, we filmed the Go There Eat That show in Lawton because I just happened to be here. And why was I here? Because my roots are deep here. Like I said, I'm recording a new album here with my band One Eyed Buffalo and my good buddy Dave, and I'm going back to wrestling, IZW tonight. So, am I wrestling a match? Thank goodness I'm not, because I would throw up in the middle of the ring. I'm just gonna go out there and do some talking and hang out with some friends, but I need to recover for a second. Is there a place to take a nap? Whew. So years before I was traveling the country shoving food into my face, I was wearing really tight spandex outfits with my logo on them and wrestling other big, large, sweaty men. It's a true story. Pro wrestling, you know this about me. I don't have to tell you anything. So this is kind of like my little thing that I do when I come to Lawton. IZW is one hell of a promotion. If you don't know what IZW is, go to izwrestling.com and check them out. And check me out, because we're doing this tonight. Yes. Is that tough looking? I don't think I got it anymore. I guess we'll see.